see if anyone joins this. I have no idea how loud that rain is. Wow, it's like actually raining now. Hello. Hello, my lonely viewer. Whoever you are. I didn't even put a title for this, did I? Oops. Probably just gonna delete this live stream when I'm done, because I won't be here long. Yeah, what's up, people? I forgot to put a title for this, but I'm in front of a game store that's not open yet, so I got like 30 minutes to kill. Yeah, what's up, Slimsy? Yeah, I forgot to put a title and a thumbnail for this, but hey, what's up, JD? I'm doing well today. I'm in front of a game store, just waiting for it to open. I got like 40 minutes. But yeah, you already know. Are you waiting another 40 minutes? I'm not in front of a GameStop. Oh, actually, Slimsy, are there any, is the buy two get one still going on this week? Do you know? Or did it end today? Or is something else starting today? I'm just in front of some, like, I'm in, like, the middle of nowhere kind of Texas. I'm in front of this, like, rabid retro gaming place. No idea if it's any good, but we'll find out. Okay. Okay, cool. So maybe I can save as cash. Oh. Well, I mean, I don't know if there's any place in Texas I can trade, though. I think they all require ID in Texas. My plan was to do all my trades in Georgia, because I'm not trade banned in Georgia. Or at least in the county that Atlanta's in. But because honestly, I probably would take the cash, because at this point, if there's no sale going on at GameStop, then I don't go. Nice. 4 days. Like you waited outside the store for 4 days? That's crazy. That's insane. I don't know if I have that much. Although, honestly, I have a lot of amiibos. Like, I have, like, 30 amiibos and a lot of games. I have 2 Wiis. I don't know if I have $900, but I probably have, like, maybe $500 to $600 on me. I'm tempted to get the cash, but you lose out on the 20% if you go for the cash. GameStop grill right here. GameStop trade-in grill right here. This is another good one too. From Germany. Wow, I don't know if I've ever seen like a German beer. That's awesome. I'm Slimsy, I'm sure you already know about this, but FIFA 23 is like kind of decently valuable. Oh, got it. But I know GameStop, they pay like $19 for this, or 18 bucks or something. I would sell this on Amazon, but the artwork's a little terrible. Yeah, that's kind of getting to be a problem for me. Show the heat. All the heat's in the boxes in the back. I mean, did I put anything in the good whatnot box? I've got a giant box that I'm saving for a whatnot, but I don't want to spoil everything in here. That's something. But what else is in here? Anything decent? A little Pokemon action, but that'll be for during Siege. I don't know if it's gonna be on the Friday, Saturday, or Sunday on Siege, but saving that for me, Doublemint, and Pick and Preacher. We're doing a big what's it called? Yo, huge shout out to the High. I love the High Desert. I've gotten tons of great deals and made great friends up in the High Desert, notably Easy Gamers. But yeah, that was a problem for me with GameStop. Was it used to be I could just burn all the trade credit really easily, and then it got to the point where the deals really weren't there like they used to be. So it was like I was having to buy stuff that, because the thing is with trade credit, I always like to do it so that the stuff I buy with trade credit is already a good deal, and it would have been a good deal to buy it with cash. So then if you buy it with trade credit, it's like an insane deal. I don't like doing like one-to-one trade credit swaps. So like if I have $100 trade credit, I buy $100 worth of stuff. Like no. If I have trade credit, I want to try and turn $100 trade credit into like over $200 worth of stuff. Which at GameStop, unless there's a sale going on, it's pretty hard to do that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It was like lightly raining when I got here, but all of a sudden it's like freaking pouring. And it was sunny yesterday, so kind of crazy weather out here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Although I'm like 20 minutes away from Fort Worth, so not too close, but still kind of crazy. It's warm though. It's like 75 degrees still. I heard that too. I heard it starts on the 20th, which will be the Sunday of Southeast Game Exchange. Shout out to Retro Teos, best retro game store in the Inland Empire. I'm hoping it's a 4 for 40 and a 4 for 20. That's what I hope. At least a 4 for 20, because we haven't had a 4 for 20 in a while, and there's been a lot of $10 games I've been seeing that have been worth it if it was going to be a 4 for 20. I mean, 4 for 40 is also really great, but... Yeah. No, my favorite combo is the 4 for 40 and the 4 for 20. 4 for 10, especially now that, like... Yeah. The 4 for 10 is hard now, especially because one of the things I was doing was I was getting so many copies of The Last of Us, because... not just Doublemate, but all the buy list people, they were doing like $5, $6 for The Last of Us now. That shit's over. Or stuff. Oops. But yeah, a lot of the low dollar games aren't great anymore. Oh, like another one was Rise of the Tomb Raider on Xbox One. That one's off the buy list. I don't know about Rocket League, but a lot of the low dollar stuff that was working with the 10 for the 4 for 10, it's over. Awesome. Yeah, no, take advantage of their sale, man. I think it's still going on right now, but I'm not entirely sure. I haven't really been going to very many GameStops on this trip. Like, I went to a really, really good game store, retro game store yesterday called Manuel's in Abilene, Texas, I think it's called. One of the most reasonably priced game stores I've ever been to. Super cool. Oh yeah, I've never seen the Fighter's Edge variant in person. Wow, nice. Yeah, there's a bunch of those Fighter's Edge variant games. I'm hoping they actually show up too. I'm hoping they don't use the rain as an excuse to not come and open the shop. It says this game store says it's supposed to open at 11, so we'll see. That's 30 minutes for me. There's really I don't really have very many places to go to because it's pretty common in the South. None of the pawn shops are going to be open. A lot of places aren't open on Sunday. So really it's just like, there's a few game stores for me to go to. There's like a game exchange. There's a movie trading company, which I'm not expecting to see anything decent in there. Hell, I might stop by a Walmart or a Target or something, but otherwise not too many places. Wow. Hey, sometimes you gotta pay up, especially for the really, really rare games. Yeah, that's awesome. I wish I could find some area in California randomly that I wasn't trade banned, but that ain't a thing. Like literally, I can't trade in Nevada, California, or Arizona. So like, I basically can't trade at all unless I have someone with me. It's so annoying. But in Georgia, I'm able to trade on my own. Still got this entire box that's just been sitting in my car the whole trip, just waiting to be traded. But I have to probably dedicate a whole day just to go into all the different GameStops. I have not. I've never played any of the Suikoden games. I've had it in my possession before, but never played it. Dang, Stormy. My favorite console is the PS2, for sure. All my favorite games of all time are on the PS2, and then it also plays all the PS1 games, and those are my two favorite consoles ever. Yeah, no, if you just... Isn't there a flood? I've heard there's some floods happening in some places in Texas, but not yet for me, I guess. It's starting to rain pretty hard, so we'll see if I'm able to actually get to Fort Worth. Shout out Kobe Bryant. Yeah, man, whatever. I'm more of a LeBron fan for a certain game, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, GameCube's got some great games too. That whole generation, the GameCube, OG, Xbox, PS2 generation, that's my favorite generation for sure. I think that's kind of where, because it's the last generation before the internet sort of kind of ruined gaming for me. But yeah. On Xbox One or PS4? Because I have a decent amount on Xbox One, but PS4, you know, the PS4 one, I've only seen like, I think I have, in the past 7 days, I've only picked up like, I think, well, that was some thunder right there. I've only picked up like 5 copies of 2K14. I haven't seen a lot, and the ones I have seen, a lot of them are priced at like $15 to $20. Yeah, there's really not too many co-op games anymore. I think the only co-op games I can think of are like, what's it called? Like that one company that makes like A Way Out, Split Fiction, It Takes Two. Like they're kind of the only notable co-op like game people nowadays. I mean, there's also Nintendo. Nintendo's games are all co-op for the most part, but yeah, not too many AAA co-op games. Local, at least. There's always online functionality, but it's much better on the couch. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stop by, I think, a couple game exchanges today. I got lucky at a game exchange yesterday. I don't know if you do this, Slimsy, but I actually negotiated with a game exchange yesterday. I picked out a bunch of low-dollar sports games, and I straight up just asked them, like, hey, if I took all of these, would you guys be able to give me a discount at all? And they gave me 10% off, so that was something. I wasn't expecting that. To me, like in my mind, I always thought, oh, game exchange is like the same thing as GameStop, pretty much, right? But no, it's really not. Like, imagine going into a GameStop and picking out a bunch of games, be like, hey, if I took all these, would you guys give me an extra percentage off? Negotiating with GameStop. That'll be the day. What's the most rare game you found on a single find at a garage sale / flea market? I guess at a garage sale or flea market, the rarest game I found, it would have been the Frando pickup. What was the rarest game in there? I guess in terms of rarity, me and Easy at a yard sale, technically, we found a sealed copy of the Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition, like the GameCube game. And then there was also a sealed Black Label Resident Evil 4 on GameCube in there. Whoa. Okay. That's not that far from me. Dang, I didn't even know you could do that in 20 minutes from a store. It was my first time. I just asked him, like, hey, what would you guys do? Because I had 10 copies of some 2Ks, and I was like, hey, what would you guys do if I bought all these? I was willing to buy a lot more, too, but they were only giving me 10% off. If they were going to give me, like, 25 to 30% off, I would have bought a lot more, but I wasn't going to, because I had, like, $100 trade credit, so I was like, I'll just buy what I can with trade credit and then get out. Do we exchange games and stuff? Yep. I'll be there. I'll be exchanging games. Well, I don't know if I'll have very many games to exchange. We'll see. What I want to try to do is that Pokemon Black 2 I showed. I want to try and trade that towards a nice copy of Pokemon Fire Red Complete in Box. That's kind of my goal for Southeast Game Exchange, besides just buying good deals. Besides getting good deals, is trying to find a nice Complete in Box copy of Fire Red for myself. Because that's like the most expensive game I actually still want. Yeah, that's pretty good. Tony Hawk or Tiger Woods? Well, I don't know about influencer in sports, but I would say influencer in culture in totality, probably Tony Hawk. I would think more people would know and not appreciate, but I would think more people have been influenced by Tony Hawk than Tiger Woods. I know I have. Need that Phoenix resale store discount. Yeah, good luck with that. I'm curious on his store, what it's going to be like. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people going in there trying to trade him a bunch of absolute junk fodder. I actually got both. A long time ago, I applied for media, and I never got a response, so I was like, whatever, I'll just buy the VIP pass. And then eventually they ended up sending me a media pass, but it was like, I already paid, so I have both technically, but yeah. I'll be going all 3 days, too. But, yeah. I mean, I assume it's probably not going to be any more crowded than SoCal Retro Gaming Expo. And it wasn't too crowded. Like, I didn't think there was too many people there. Doesn't GameCube rip you off on credit? How do you actually GameStop. Doesn't GameStop rip you off on credit? How do you actually make money? Well, okay, on most things, honestly, on really good, highly desirable collectible games, yes, they do kind of, like, what's a good example? If I traded, this is a really good example. So, this is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the special edition, okay? This price charts for like $50, but GameStop, they don't skew this any differently than a regular copy. So if you traded this into GameStop, they're going to give you like $3 credit for this. So there's tons of examples of GameStop just not paying well on games because their system is terrible. Now, you benefit from this as a buyer. Like if you go into a store and you find something like this, yeah, getting this for $10 is awesome. But if you're selling this to them and you don't know any better, yeah, you get absolutely ripped off. But then there's some games like, it's a good example, Modern Warfare Remastered. Like, even if you try to sell this on Amazon, you can't get more than like 15, 16 bucks for it. GameStop pays like $13 for this because it sells well in their store. They sell it for like $30. So there's a small selection of games that do really well at GameStop. Those are the games to trade in. Don't just trade in anything. You get games from garage sales, then get credit or what? Yeah, I mean, not just garage sales, just anything that just won't sell well to me. So like me, I have like multiple layers. So like if it won't sell on Amazon, if it won't sell on eBay, if I can't send it to a buy list, if if I can't like get it resurfaced or something, like I exhaust every single option possible before I trade it into GameStop. Especially nowadays, because GameStop is not as it's not as easy to get deals at GameStop as it used to be. And there's less too. More and more stores close around me. I just had another one close last week. There's like 6 months ago, there was like in a 20-mile radius of me, there was like, let's just call it, there was 20 stores. Now there's only like 10. They have GameStop hacks to make money. Yeah. Oh, lightning. Yeah, and then you can also take advantage of their promotions and whatnot. Yeah, yeah. For the most part, they're keeping up with price charting on a lot of it. There's some deals still to be made, but you got to be really like legit. If you're not going to like 10 GameStops in a day, there's a good chance like if you only go to like 1 or 2 that you're not gonna find anything. Put these back. But the thing is, though, they're kind of weird because sometimes they keep up with price charting and sometimes they don't. Like, Pokemon Emerald is $55 at GameStop still. So, you know, you can get lucky with stuff like that, but it's just not, it's not what it used to be. It used to be, like, you could just find deals all the time at GameStop, but no more. Everything's too much now, too much. I don't think I have time to. The Double Mint guys wanted to take me to McKay's, but it'd be really far out of the way. Maybe, I don't know. I'm actually I'm getting through the not south, but I got to Texas faster than I thought I would. I'm here like 2 days earlier, so maybe I'll stop by, but I don't know. I wasn't planning on heading to McKay's. How's the drive so far? The drive's been great. It's been super great. No hiccups really at all, and I've been getting tons of great deals. So yeah, it's actually been pretty easy, relatively at least, because I've kind of split up the drive where I'm not driving more than like, in terms of like what's it called? Like distance between next cities. Like I really have never I haven't had more than like a 3-hour drive yet. Do you think you have a better chance of fighting a grizzly bear and win, or fighting a panther and win? Pretty much any animal on Earth besides a grizzly bear. My God. Definitely a panther. I would have a much higher chance of the panther than a grizzly bear. Not even close. That shit's loud, brother. Oh, the lightning? Yeah, nah, it was like literally right next to me. It was like less than a mile away. Oh, what's up, Ron? I just realized. That's DRS Ron. Siege in South Carolina, Greenville. Yep, should be fun. Yeah, no. It's literally from here in Texas to North Louisiana, then Mississippi, like Jackson area, and then Alabama, and then Georgia, and then from Georgia, like Atlanta area, to Greenville, and then that's it. Oh wow. Yeah, dude, I'm not surprised. It's their business model is not great. Yep. So right now, GameStop, man, I don't know what they're doing, but any like, see, just gonna take a week off. Hey, bro, dude, I took the whole month off of work to do this trip, so yeah, I'm hoping it's gonna be dope. But yeah, console of games. So, oh, maybe you're talking about the games. Games specifically, it doesn't matter the console. It comes down to like which individual video games. But consoles to trade in right now, retro consoles. For some reason, GameStop a couple months ago they doubled their trade-in values for all the retro consoles. They don't have any refurb fees. So like, if you have a broken PlayStation 2, and when they charge a refurb fee on it, it's $0. So they give the same credit for a working PS2 as they will for a broken one. Makes absolutely no sense to me. And they pay like 70 bucks, 65 bucks, something like that. Absolutely insane. Oh, I've been to Charlotte before. Charlotte's a city I want to go back to. I really enjoyed my time there. I'm gonna have an in-person show. Hey, there you go. They'll be there, so bring it to them. Give them all the destinies and anthems. That's what they want. $15 minutes left on this store. We'll see. We'll see. Have? Oh, hey, thank you, man. Appreciate you stopping by, Ron. Yeah, any disc replays, I'll stop by. I don't know if there's any. I think disc replay are they not partnered with Game Exchange, or are they not owned by Game Exchange or something, or vice versa? Because at the end of my I have it right here. At the end of my Game Exchange receipt, it says replay right on it. So I assume they're kind of the same thing. Yeah. I've not game hunted in Canada, but once I learned that what's it called? Once I learned that GameStop is leaving Canada, I don't know if I really have any reason to go. I don't know how it is up there, and I don't know anyone in Canada, so like I would be going in so blind. I don't think that's a good idea. Are you going to ship all the games home, or do you have to ship to... I've already had to ship a few things back to my house, just because I'm starting to run out of room. Yeah, absolutely insane that they're paying that much. They're gonna lose so bad on that. Are you gonna ship all the games home, or do you have to ship them? A month is a long time. Yeah. Well, you gotta keep in mind too, a lot, like at this point, the way I'm doing this trip, half the stuff I'm buying is for me, half of it is for Doublemint. So once I get to Doublemint headquarters, I'm gonna get a lot more room back in the car. Would you rather collect games or collect friends who give you $1,000 a day? What the hell what does that even mean? What kind of friend just gives you $1,000 a day? I gotta learn about your friends. That's kind of crazy. It's just I'm waiting out for much. I just realized that they didn't open. Yeah, it happens. It says, although I figure it could be one of the situations where Google is wrong and it gives them wrong hours. But right on the door, it says right on the door that they opened today at 11. Come to Michigan to hunt, brother? Yeah, at some point I want to do a big Midwest trip. I know I've got family in Chicago, so I could stay in Chicago and kind of go all over that whole area. There's a few areas of the country that I've really not been game hunted. I have not game hunted in at all that I want to head out to at some point. Denver's a big area. I've got family in Denver, so I know that's Cody with the K stomping grounds, but I'm sure I could probably do well there. I don't really touch Facebook at all, and I know that's his like bread and butter. Well, it depends on what you want. So if you want the most money, if they're really good games, selling them yourself on eBay or even locally is going to be the best bet. But if you just want to get rid of them quick, you can check out people's buy lists. You can check out maybe your local game store. Some local game stores are actually really generous, and for really hot titles, they'll pay well on. Yeah, doing the work yourself, selling on eBay or selling even locally is always going to give you the most money. What's the coolest? What's the coolest for collection games? You found okay, games for my collection. Honestly, at GameStop, I don't know if I've gotten any personal collection games at GameStop recently. Most of the games I get at GameStop anymore are crappy sports games, and just like really generic titles. I'm really trying to think. Have I gotten like a really decent GameStop collection game? I don't think I have. Not recently. Okay, cool. Someone's coming in and opening the store. All right, cool. So they're gonna open today. Oh, it looks like it's like a family that's running it. That's cool. That's cool. Anyways, yeah, I can't even think of a game I've added. Not in a while. Well, I guess it was technically a year ago. I added Budokai Tenkaichi 3 from GameStop because they accidentally mispriced it and I got it for like $10. But that was a long time ago. That was like a year ago. They don't know it. Yeah, I mean, most people, a lot of people, I've heard it so many times, like, oh, we were going to throw these games away anyways. So, a lot of people just don't care about their games anymore. So, yeah, I think that was about a year ago. Wow, sports football. Isn't it sports Is sports football or is it sports basketball? That's like the extremely expensive one. Yeah, Godzilla on PS4 is crazy though. I've only found that once in a GameStop. That was back before they started doing the price hike, so I got it for 70 bucks. Sabrina Carpenter or Caitlin Clark? I don't think I know who either of those people are. Why is Caitlin Clark? Is that a... Caitlin Clark, isn't that the... Wasn't she like the swimmer? Or was it the guy who was in the... hold up. I'm gonna look that up after, but now I don't... Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, Caitlin Clark's the WNBA player. I don't know who Sabrina Carpenter is, but, I don't know. Caitlin Clark's not really my type. I think the rarest I found at GameStop. Nice. Oh, what were they asking on it, though? Were they asking, like, 120 or something? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know who Sabrina Carpenter is, though. Oh, wow, yeah. That is a rare one. I mean, I saw, like, on this trip, I saw a really nice complete-in-box copy of Pokemon XD on GameCube, but, like, they wanted 150 bucks for it. I ain't paying that. I didn't, especially without trade credit? Like, hell no. Ridiculous. I don't touch estate sales at all. They're too competitive around me. Yeah, no, GameStop. Okay, so GameStop is really good for like games that are way more expensive when they're complete in box are really good to find at GameStop. Because GameStop prices everything, especially retro, they price everything as a loose price. So if you find like complete in box PS1, complete in box Dreamcast, hell, complete in box cardboard games at GameStop, you're gonna get a good deal. But how common is that? I mean, it's so hard to find like jewel case games. And I have found three cardboard games ever at GameStop. No, dude, I've gotten some crazy deals on the trip. I've not touched Facebook once. I don't deal with like Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp or Craigslist or any of that. It's just not for me. I used to in the past, but it's too much. It's too much. I'm good. The locals can have it. I'm not one to be just like obsessed with Facebook and whatnot. I don't want to deal with it, especially in the big cities, because it's just too competitive. I'd rather go to the pawn shops, the game stores, media exchange stores. I'd rather deal with them, because you know what? I get good deals there. I'm happy. You can't win everything. You got to take your wins. You got to focus on what you're good at and what you actually like to do. I don't like just sitting on my phone and messaging people on Facebook and then they flake out on me, or we gotta meet in this random spot. And no, the locals can have Facebook. I don't want to touch it. Do you like garage sales or games too fun? I don't like yard selling. The only time I go yard selling, and yeah, shout out to Lost in Retro. I don't like garage sales or yard sales. It's too luck based, and there's a lot of competition. You got to get up really early. I like doing it with Easy Gamer, but that's mainly just to hang out with him. Not really. I don't really care too much about actually getting deals at a yard sale. Yeah, not a fan. I've only yard saled on my own like 3 times in the past year. Like, I really don't like doing it. Half the time the seller will flake on you on Facebook or guy. Yeah, it turns into a bidding war. It's like, no, we're not playing that game, dude. I don't deal with it. That's if you even find anything good on Facebook, which is not that common, at least not in my area. It might be decent. It might be decent around some of these. But... yeah, what's up, man? So started in California, worked my way all the way to here. I'm right outside of Fort Worth, Texas. So I went to Phoenix, Tucson, El Paso, Texas. Been spoiled waivers coming out every 3 days or so. How do you make ours? It depends. It depends. So like, most of the time I like them to make me an offer. I won't bother making offers on stuff that's already like an insane, like $2, $3 games. I'm really not gonna even bother being like, hey, could you do $1? Like, no, we're not doing that. But like, if I have like a giant stack, like if I have like their sticker price, like if I have like over $200 worth of stuff, I might say like, hey, I've got this giant stack of games. What could you do for me on this stack? And that kind of universally lets them know like I want a discount. And they'll kind of be like, oh, we could do like 160 out the door or something. So I like them to make the first offer, and then I'll come back at it. But most of the time at a pawn shop, like, you're either gonna find stuff at a pawn shop that's really underpriced, or you're gonna find stuff that's really overpriced. It's not too common that you're gonna find stuff that's like kind of in between, where it's like, it's kind of a deal if I buy it, but it'd be like an actually good deal if I just get it down like 10-20%. Like, most of the time, you're either getting an amazing deal or you're not getting a deal at all. Have you ever game hunted in North America? I live in Detroit. I mean, North America? Oh, like you mean like literally like the north top of the United States. I've hunted in Montana before, like right near the Canadian border. And I actually did okay in the city I was in. Like, for how small that town is, I was surprised at how many games I was able to get. Yeah, it just depends. Like, I'm biased because I live in California and everything's expensive in California, and so that also applies to the game stores. All the retro game stores near me, they're expensive. They're more expensive than the game stores out of state for sure. And they, dude. Besides Retro Teos, I really don't like going to any retro store near me. How many miles is that route? The whole route for me going to Southeast Game Exchange and back is like 6,000 miles for me. I have not been to any retro game stores in Utah. When last time I was in Salt Lake City, I only went to the pawn shops and the GameStops. I've never been to oh well, that's not true. In Provo, Utah, I think it's called Provo. It's below Salt Lake City. I went to a couple retro game stores and they were pretty good. I got deals at all of them. Nebraska. I want to go to Lincoln at some point. I love your videos, dude. You're gonna pick this some tips from you. Yeah, man. That's what it's all about. I use Facebook because it's my guys who people are better. Yeah, and that's another thing. People are nicer outside of California too. Like, it's tough in Southern California, man. It really is. Yeah, 6,000 miles. That's the trip. Might be a little more, but it's roughly about 6,000. If you include all of like the extra driving I do, like going and hunting and stuff, as well as actually driving to the place, it's about 6,000 round trip. But I'm used to it. I drive long distance all the time. So this really... The craziest trip I ever did was I drove the entire country once. It was like a 15,000 mile trip. That one took like 45 days for me. I was doing like 5, 6, 7 hour drives a day for that one, on average. That was before I was game hunting. That was just for vacation, basically. I'm sure you're hoping to make a day. I don't know. And that's kind of also the fun part is like, I'll kind of find out at the end of the trip how good or bad I did. Like I'm just like, the way I'm doing it is just like I'm going to everywhere, and if it's a good deal, I'm buying it. And I'm moving on. I don't have like a budget in mind or anything like that, so I'll figure out at the end of the trip like, oh, well, I'm in debt now, or oh, I lost, or oh, I won big. Like, I have a feeling I'm doing pretty well so far, but I don't have like a number in mind at all. I'll find out when I start making the videos. What exactly do I do for work? I do odd jobs for a refrigeration company. If you're not pretty great. So what big grails have you found on the trip? I really haven't found any like crazy big grails. I don't think I've found a single game that's worth over like 60 bucks. Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I really haven't found any crazy grails, but I've gotten lots of really, really great deals on games that are worth like $20 to $30, getting them for like $1, $2, stuff like that. A lot of sports games that are valuable, like, you know, all the bread and butter stuff. That's usually the stuff that people sleep on. I haven't found like Pokemon games or Sega Saturn games or anything crazy. Not for a good deal, at least. Yeah, Madden 25, you know, I've been finding a lot of those, which is fine for me. That stuff's fun for me to find. Yeah, 2K14, all the 2Ks. Like I've been finding those, and that's good enough for me. How many videos? Probably like 15, maybe a little less. I'll probably try and get it down to 10 videos, because it's 30 days. Probably like 10 videos. That'd be my guess, but we'll see. They'll start coming out in like September. That'd be my guess. Because I'll be, as soon as I get back home from this trip, I gotta leave for another like 2 weeks. Lincoln and Omaha are my honey holes. Please come out here, bro. Be pimp and everything more clean. Yeah, I want to go to. I've been to Lincoln, Nebraska before for a long time ago, but I wasn't like a game hunter back then, so I'm curious to go back and see how it is. I'll be in Charlotte, North Carolina. What stage is happening? Yeah, well, that's not too far. Plan for today. It's Sunday, so pretty much all the pawn shops are closed. So I'm just gonna head into a few game stores that are open. Like I'm right in front of one right now. It opens in like 2 minutes. And then, oh, actually, they're open right now. So that's the plan, guys. Gonna head to a bunch of game stores today. Gonna kind of chill because it's Sunday, and I've been going hard the past 6 days. So really not gonna go too hard today. But yeah, hey, thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll talk to you guys later.